Welcome back to the Film and TV channel. We have a little mini-series review today. Yeah, not the BBC, not the ITV. We're going over to Channel 5 for this one. Yeah, a 4-episodic series, 45 minutes per episode approximately. And we're going to have a look at The Teacher today. Yes, with Sheridan Smith. She's everywhere at the moment. More on that in a little while. Please, this channel's now monetized, so if you can watch any of the ads or follow any of the links, it'll help the channel going forward. Be much appreciated. If things are of interest to you, if they're not, just press that skip button. It's no problem. And please, any thumbs ups are great. I try and inform and entertain on these little vlogs, and chipping with my little thoughts. I'm going to do the thoughts of other people and then my own thoughts as well. So stick with me and push that notification button if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. Yeah, The Teacher, Channel 5, was shown over consecutive nights from the 31st of January to the 3rd of February. And it's available, I think, on My5 until March 2022. So another, as I'm recording this, about another 4 or 5 weeks. So check your streaming sites. If you're outside of the UK, check where you can stream these British TV series. As I said, it stars in the main role is Sheridan Smith. It's also got Samuel Bottomley, Cecilia Noble, David Fleesham, and Sarah Jane Potts also star. And Sheridan Smith plays Jenna. Yeah, Jenna is a teacher whose life unravels after being accused of having a drunken sexual encounter with one of her students, but she can't remember anything about it yet. We get introduced that she's a bit of a lush right at the start of this thing, even before this apparent tete-a-tete with a school pupil happens. So we know what sort of character we've got and what we're sort of looking at here. Yeah, just looking at the scores on it, the only ones we've got at the moment, Rotten Tomatoes have got an 80% positivity, but there's no numbers or anything on that. So if you go to our Internet Movie Database, which is Joe Public, so at the moment, about 321 people, as I'm recording this, on the 4th of February at 5 p.m. UK time. 321 people have scored it or reviewed it and give it 5.9 out of 10, and most of the reviews are actually negative, which is interesting. There's a lot of negativity in the reviews, but the actual score itself isn't too bad at 5.9, just below that little 6 out of 10 watchable rating I like to see. And the episodes themselves, as I say, there won't be. Obviously, this is the day after the last episode, so won't be a lot of scores in yet. But the average 6.7 for the first, 6.7 for the second episode, 6.8 for the third, and then it just drops to 4.9 for the last and final episode. So obviously, people were disappointed with the conclusion to this. And of that 321, there's a few people give it 10 out of 10, which is absolute rubbish. A few people give it 1 out of 10, which again is absolute rubbish. But we got 162 people scored it anywhere between 6 and 9 out of 10. So that's 63% of the number, because 95 gave it anywhere between 2 and 5 out of 10. So 63% of the people who scored it anywhere between 2 and 9 were positive. So again, falls in line with the 5.9 out of 10, or perhaps just a little bit higher. Some of the comments, some of the headlines, just the comments left from reviewers. The positive first, a good drama but bad conclusion, which sort of falls in line with those scores, doesn't it? Someone else wrote a decent series, but as I said, there was more negatives. We got disappointed, script let it down badly. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. Amateur hour, said someone else. Someone else just said not very good, and someone else said, as a couple of people said this, but I just picked one of them. A bit mean. Give us a break from Sheridan Smith, they said, which is a bit mean. Right, my little thought. Yeah, I mean, to say the acting talent is a bit of a mishmash is possibly the worst to say with this. I mean, Sheridan Smith's fine. Sheridan Smith's not a bad little actor. She does okay. She plays pretty much herself in most roles, but she's usual facial expressions. But she's okay. But she's probably one of the best we get in this, unfortunately. There are some who sound and feel that they've walked off of Hollyoaks Hollyoaks, Coronation Street, or EastEnders set. In fact, a couple of them did come from Coronation Street, and I think there's one from Emmerdale as well in this, but there may be some others. I've not watched those soaps for a long time, so I don't know. But when I do stumble across those soaps, I'm not overly impressed with the acting, and some of the acting in this was pretty poor and wooden, to be honest with you. It's such a shame. We should have enough talent in this country to do better than this in these sort all right, it's a Channel 5 drama, but they are well known for good dramas, so you'd expect to pick a little bit better acting talent for stuff like this, and it's not the greatest in this, which is a disappointment. But if the story's good, then it doesn't, I think they can get away with it. Is the story any good? Well, for me, it's an okay plot. It's familiar. There's a couple of twists, though, that could have been portrayed for me a bit more sinisterly, if you like. It's played out as a drama, but this could have been quite a good psychological thriller as well. But it never really expanded itself. It never really got going to give it more appeal. It could have been the acting, it could have been the directing, it's obviously the scripts as well. Obviously, it doesn't really grip you enough where it should do. I mean, it should by the last episode, as you saw the scores before, it should be gripping you, doesn't it? It just sort of fizzles out just a little bit and is just a bit crazy. I mean, the trouble with the scripts is there's too many coincidences, too many strange decisions made by supposedly normal people just to fit the context of what you got. But with a bit more thought, these stretches in credibility could have been made a little bit more believable, but I just think it's a little bit lazy. They've not actually explored it and tried to make it a little bit more, oh yeah, that could have happened in real life. It's more, oh, that's never going to happen in real life. And that sort of ruins the whole thing, and they could have improved the story just with a few tweaks here and there, because, as I said, the basis of the story was okay, the twists were okay, it was just how they presented it. I mean, episodes 1 and 2 are pretty formulaic, but yeah, as I say, they rated quite highly on those ratings, but they're okay. You get a feel. You're wondering about the innocence or guilt, of course, of Sheridan Smith's character. And by 3 or 4, it could have been, that's where the twists are coming. It could have been much more interesting, but it isn't. It's just ruined it by being a bit silly at times, which is a great shame. It just felt a little rushed as well. Episode 4 just felt all rushed and silly and daft, and it's pretty inexcusable, the 4-episode drama, because there's a lot of filler, if you like, in the first 2 episodes. He could have got rid of that and actually expanded episodes 3 and 4 and those couple of good twists. They could have expanded them just a little bit more. It would have made it a lot better. For me, yeah, I do like Sheridan Smith. I think she is what she is. I do enjoy watching her in her roles, and she's on television a lot at the moment. And she just about kept me watching this as well and kept me interested. And with a few tweaks and a bit more atmosphere in this, a bit more darkness perhaps as well, it could have been a really good thriller and not just an average, ordinary drama that, doesn't really, it's not going to live long in the memory, unfortunately. So I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10, which is just below my watchable score, because I wasn't totally disappointed with that. I was just disappointed with the way they didn't expand things, and they were a bit they could have done so much better with the script. It could have been a lot better than it was. So I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. A lot of people are down on it. But I'm not going to rave over it. I wouldn't highly recommend it. But if you like Sheridan Smith, you enjoy her series, then you should like this. But I wish they'd just improve some of the other acting that's there, in this British acting talent we've got. We see it time and time again, not just on Channel 5, obviously on the other British channels as well. But I'm sure there's better actors out there. And please, just a little tweak, just read the script and say, again, this isn't fantasy. This is supposed to be real life. Just have a look at it and say this wouldn't work. This wouldn't happen in real life. So how can we tweak it to make it so it could happen in real life? It does. It's not hard. I don't think it's hard. I've tried a bit of, and I certainly, if I got this script, I could have tweaked it and made it a little bit more believable. But there it is. It is what it is. It is what we got. 5.5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought. Anyway, guys, as I said, I was a bit disappointed, as I say. I thought it might be a little bit better. But as I say, the first 2 episodes, I thought it's a bit bland, this. And then I just so much missed opportunities for me with episodes 3 and 4. They could have done a lot better with it. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. All you're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other to meet here again on the Film and TV channel. I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.